MovieWeb.com.
I need you to pick up Uncle Russell.
We're gonna be late, fatty. Oh, damn it, Uncle Russell. I love you, but you're gonna be in the box next. Oh.
My heart's racing.
Here, try this.
Are you sure?
What's wrong with Oscar?
I gave him one of your Valiums.
So here's the thing. What you thought was Valium is actually like a hallucinogenic.
Hello.
Yikes. What side of the family is he on?
You still think about me, don't you?
I was drunk. You could have been a donkey for all I knew.
Thank you.
So I wanted to begin by asking you, Chris, I think it's really fascinating the kind of movies that you choose to do. You know, you've picked a lot of movies that have been sort of remakes of other interesting films, Heaven Can Wait, Chloe in the Afternoon, and now this movie. So when you see these movies, what is it that tells you like that would make a great Chris Rock comedy if he did it my way?
I don't know. You know what? I'm just not really good at writing movies from scratch, so so I end up watching a lot of movies and trying to look for movies that interest me. And, you know, I just have a soft spot for certain movies, I don't know. I like a real original idea, I really do. And I don't feel like playing a cop, I don't feel like playing, you know what I mean? Just like, it's like all these typical movies that you're offered as a comedian that I kind of don't want to do. And I mean, it's a blessing and a curse, trust me. The people that my representation would love me to do a...
Right.
The last thing they want to see me with a stack of Asian films, like, oh God. But I don't know, I just want the audience to feel that they're watching something interesting and something that they haven't seen.
Jeff, look at this. Hello.
What's wrong with Oscar?
I don't know.
You guys keep playing.
Oh my God. It's the Valium.
Valium?
I gave him one of your Valium.
Oh.
I'm in the band.
What you thought was Valium is actually not Valium. Yikes.
What is it, Jeff?
It's like a hallucinogenic. This is gonna be fine, okay? Don't let him spend too much time talking to any one person.
Oh, okay, okay.
Our Bush.
He's in a bush right now.
You know, you spend most of the movie playing a character who's on some sort of hallucinogenics, you know, some sort of LSD.
Right.
So, you know, first question that comes to mind is, was there a lot of research? Was the research really fun for you to get
I
into
wish
this
I was
role?
brave enough to do that. I wish I just wasn't brave. I have 2 kids. It's like I can't go take acid to just do research for this movie. I don't know. You can figure it out. You watch some movies. I watched a DVD documentary on LSD and the guy who invented LSD. But you know, even that was like somewhat. It was just like a little insightful. Like when you're on set, it's like all I did. I ended up asking the crew members like their experiences in the '60s and '70s, and that's where I got my wealth of information about.
Are you just sort
about
of
the
using your
experience.
imagination and
You use your imagination and you just go, all right, well, what this does is completely just make your mind obtuse and just open up to everything. So, you know, everything, like this microphone, you know, is not, you know, could be a snake. Like that doesn't have to be, and it's alive and it's talking to me, you know. It's like cause and effect gets turned upside down and like everything you know is fact or real is not again. So if you exist in that world mentally, you can sort of go to these places. It was really an interesting exercise in, you know, sort of consciousness as an actor, you know, where you can take yourself sober, actually.
Well, tell me about doing the scenes with Tracy, because it was so funny, the scene in the bathroom with you two.
It was just a love affair, that's all. From the moment we saw each other.
Was there a lot of improvising? I mean, can you understand what Tracy's saying?
You know, he said, I don't play this shit now. No, but no. It was a lot of the stuff in the thing was improvised, you know. The action itself, we didn't take a lot of liberties on the terms of the script and the language and everything else, because the scenes itself, everything had its own beginning, arc, etc. You know, so there was no need to kind of look for stuff I'm looking for, I can't find it. Everybody found exactly, I believe, found what they wanted in the script.
Your character, Michelle, she so wants to have a family with Chris and start and have a baby. Could you talk a little bit about that desire and how that sort of feeds your character in the film?
I mean, she's a woman of a certain age, and at a certain age, you know, you're living with your in-law, and, you know, she wants a family, but when you have pressure from, you know, a mother-in-law and a biological pressure, I think she just has all those dynamics that day, and you know, anytime that you're anxious for something, you know, and it feels immediate, you just, you know, bring that to the character, and you know, but she loves him. She's a loving wife.
And she's really the mother-in-law is very mean to you in the film.
She does seem like she's just a little mean. She, you know, knocks me over. But yeah, you know.
You won't go out with me. It's because your dad likes me.
No! Can I get some milk, please?
Lord, your skin's so supple.
Can you stop that?
Okay.
The real reason why I don't want to go out with you is because it was a mistake before. We had a couple of intense months, but then I realized that we just...
Not true. We had a lot of fun. I bought you a watch, right?
Here.
All right,
take it.
Please. What about our first night together? After Norman's party? That was amazing. Transcendent.
I was so drunk. You could have been a donkey for all I knew.
Thank you.
It's not a compliment, Derek.
You know, you have a reputation for being a really nice guy, and in this movie you play kind of a jerk. What was that like for you?
I never really thought of Derek as a jerk, more just kind of an idiot, kind of. You know,
Okay.
he's like in love with the girl. Like, what kind of guy goes to a funeral to try and, like, no interest in mourning or anything like that? I guess, yeah, maybe he is a jerk, kind of.
Well, what's harder, getting Zoe to fall in love with you on screen or selling people AT&T?
Yeah, probably the Zoe part.
Right.
The AT&T stuff was easy. But
Zoe already loves somebody.
does she?
Me.
You? Now, I know you have a reputation for getting girls pregnant, Tracy. Did you, Zoe, anything going on there?
Somebody came forth, somebody said something.
I heard something, yeah. Some rumors going around.
Well, me and Whitney came up again. Me and Whitney.
Yeah, Whitney Houston, you too.
Yeah. Me and the Kardashian girls. I hear things.
My father was an exceptional man. I guess you could call my mother a real Shark Week widow. Anything to do with sharks always fascinated her. She really loved the Golden Girls, Blanche, Dorothy, and Rose. She especially loved it when the Golden Girls were syndicated, because that meant it was on at least 3 times a day. And sometimes I'd say, Dad, you want to go out? And he's alive. If there is a heaven.
Someone's moving. The coffin's moving. I'm sorry. There's somebody in there.
No, it's moving. Just saw it move. Someone's alive in there.
The coffin's moving.
Oscar.
Oh, and then tell me about your character and Zoe's character. Obviously, you're in love with her, and there's sort of you're trying to please her father. There's that sort of pressure.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the backstory of the character is that we've been together for a while. We're engaged, and obviously you learn at the end of the film that they're gonna have a kid. I don't want to give anything away, but I just did. But her father doesn't approve of me because I haven't really, like, I'm a 7th grade teacher and don't make a lot of money. My ambitions were more than that, but I think he looks at me as someone who's, you know, not really the guy that I want my daughter to end up with, and he's hyper aware of that, so he's hypersensitive to this father, and he wants to please this guy and nervous about seeing him at this funeral, and he's always disapproving of me. So going into this funeral sweating already is like this perfect place for the character to be, to then get opened up to this acid experience. for comedy's value, anyway.
And then you got, like, really a comedy dream team in this movie. I mean, between you and Tracy and Martin. So tell me about, you know, were there any egos as sort of comedy-wise, or, you know, tell me about putting that together on the set.
Man, we're grown, man. We got kids, and, you know what I mean? Maybe, you know what, if we'd have done this movie 15 years ago, yeah, we'd probably be fighting or something. But, you know, guys got bills, and, you know, we're like, hey, man, let's do this and get out of here. Let's make the most of this. Let's make this good enough so somebody wants to pay us again.
Right.
You know, we're at that point where we're just glad to be in the business.
Let's just burn him and get it over with. That was heavy duty, the way your father fell out his coffin like a dead fish. He was like, wow. I was like, damn.
I'm so sorry to hear about your dad.
Were you guys friends?
Something like that.
You telling me our father was on the down low?
Way down. Now the guy wants $30,000 or he's gonna start showing pictures of them doing stuff.
No, I don't believe that. Oh, Daddy.
let me get this straight. Our father was romantically involved with a guy that could fit in his pocket. And you're mad because he's white?